So Jordan had no bag?
I didn't say no bag. I just don't think
Kobe
he
and Jordan aren't bag guys?
1-2 dribble pull-ups.
Kobe had a
No
bag.
bag.
Kobe.
So the other day, P, we want to pull some quotes from you, and your quote was that you thought Michael Jordan had a very limited bag. I would like you to expand on that.
Michael Jordan's name just got yanked straight into a modern basketball beef, and NBA legends were not letting that slide at all. This wasn't some calm debate or respectful comparison. This turned into a full-blown clash over legacy, respect, and pure basketball IQ.
So Jordan had no bag?
I didn't say no bag. I just don't think
Kobe
he
and Jordan aren't bag guys?
1-2 dribble pull-ups.
Kobe had a
No
bag.
bag.
Kobe.
So the other day, P, we want to pull some quotes from you, and your quote was that you thought Michael Jordan had a very limited bag. I would like you to expand on that.
Well, in today's
You talking about today's game?
game, what
Okay,
they
so you
really
analyze. Hold on, let me set it up. So you analyzing Michael Jordan's game in today's game,
Right.
Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha. Okay,
Not in
so
his-
that, so
not
that
in
needs
his
to be
day.
said. That needs to be said.
Yeah, so
gotcha.
yeah, that's why I was kind of taken out.
But in the context, we just put it in. We put it in the bar now. Okay.
It all started with what was supposed to be a light podcast take. Nothing serious, nothing deep. But that little comment blew up fast and turned into one of the most disrespectful debates the game has seen in years. The wild claim that the greatest scorer the NBA has ever seen somehow had a limited bag. Fans went crazy, clips flooded social media, and before you knew it, players who actually had to guard Michael Jordan felt forced to step in and shut this whole thing down. The spark came from the No Fouls Given podcast, when Paul Pierce dropped a line that instantly sent the basketball world into chaos. Kevin Garnett had no choice but to react, because at that point, silence would have looked like agreement. Then Danny Green jumped in and took it even further, saying Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has more of a bag than Jordan. That's when the internet fully lost its mind. Timelines exploded, comment sections turned toxic, and fans picked sides like it was a playoff series. Apparently now, if you're not dribbling the air out of the ball, stacking 5 crossovers, and dancing before every shot, modern fans think your offense is basic. But this is where it gets embarrassing. The people who actually played against Jordan were watching this nonsense like, are you serious right now? Gilbert Arenas came through with one of the realest takes yet. He made it clear on social media that Jordan was so dominant, he could walk into the arena with 2 moves and still drop 40 on anyone in front of him.
Yeah, I would say I agree that he has a deeper bag. One, yes, if the less athleticism you have, the more things you need to add to do the same thing as someone who's very athletic. MJ's bag came in a whole different form, right? And when we talk about bags, we only think dribbling moves. Who has the best dribbling moves, right? That's how we consider a bag. Now, if you look at Jordan's bag to score, it was very elite because you're talking about back to basket, up and under, foot, fade, swing, aerial stuff. That's a bag.
That's the truth people don't want to hear. The game changes, styles shift, trends come and go, but effectiveness never expires. Jordan didn't need 30 dribbles because he was physically sharper, mentally colder, and way more locked in than everyone else. Somewhere along the way, fans confused flashy with effective. They started thinking bouncing the ball 50 times looks better than getting straight to your spot and scoring. Arenas nailed it perfectly. GOAT status isn't about combos, it's about results. And Jordan's so-called limited bag still averaged 30.1 points per game for his entire career. The highest scoring average in NBA history, period. Not second place, not a tie, not even close. First place, standing alone. 10 scoring titles, an all-time NBA record, and nobody else even breathing near it. Wilt Chamberlain sits second with 7, and Jordan blew past that like it was nothing. Here's the part people conveniently forget. 7 of Jordan's 10 scoring titles came consecutively. That's not luck, that's domination over time, game after game, season after season, while defenses were built specifically to slow him down. Coaches weren't guessing. They were locked in on stopping one man and still failed. When the pressure went up, Jordan got better. In the playoffs, he averaged 33.4 points per game, the highest postseason scoring average in NBA history. 6 finals appearances turned into 6 championships, 6 finals MVPs, and a 33.6 points per game average on the biggest stage. Perfect record when everything was on the line. And he did all of this while shooting nearly 50% for his career. 49.7% to be exact, on massive volume against defenses designed to trap, double, and punish him. Those numbers alone make the limited bag argument look silly.
As basketball players get smarter, they become more efficient. That's really what it is. Allen Iverson used to be at the top of the key doing all of this. That's what he did when he first came into the league. Then he learned, then the Iverson cut came, and they basically ran him across the middle, and they go, either go or stop. So he didn't have to do all the dancing anymore, became more efficient. MJ, you go back and watch MJ, there's the famous clip of him going between his legs and stopping and dropping when he was doing 61 in the Garden, or 61 against the Boston Celtics. Y'all seen the video where he's doing this back in '85 and stopping, whopping. He realized he didn't have to burn that much energy.
Richard Jefferson, a guy who actually played in the modern era, had to step in and speak up. On a podcast, he explained the real separation between legends and players who just look good in highlight clips. Jordan had the flashy moves if he wanted them, but he had the intelligence to know efficiency beats showmanship every single time. That's the difference right there. Efficiency is not a weakness, it's mastery. Jefferson made it clear that knowing when to simplify is the highest level of skill. And here's another example that shuts this whole argument down. Look at Shaquille O'Neal, 28,596 career points, 9th all-time, built mostly on power moves and dunks. He shot 58.2% from the field, 2nd highest ever, 2 scoring titles, 10 field goal percentage titles, and nobody ever said Shaq lacked a bag. Why? Because a bag isn't about stacking dribbles. It's about having reliable tools to put the ball in the basket. So let's talk about Jordan's so-called limited arsenal. Start with the fadeaway, learned from 12-time All-Star Elvin Hayes. Once Jordan mastered it, defenders were finished. Right shoulder, left shoulder, body bump, rise up, automatic. During his final 2 seasons with the Wizards at ages 38 and 39, Jordan shot 82% on fadeaways. That's not nostalgia, that's skill aging like gold. Then there's the mid-range pull-up that Paul Pierce laughed at. 1 or 2 dribbles, straight to the spot, shot up before the defense could blink. No wasted motion, no extra steps. And the post game. After baseball, Jordan bulked up to around 215 pounds and turned the post into a new weapon. Footwork, patience, counters, control. That wasn't a decline, that was evolution. At age 40, Michael Jordan did something no one else in NBA history has ever touched. He became the only player to average over 20 points per game at that age. The only one, full stop. That alone should end the conversation right there, but somehow people still want to argue. And let's talk about the three-point shot, because critics love to twist this part. No, Jordan was not a volume three-point shooter, and he never pretended to be. But when he decided to pull it out, it was there. He shot 42.7% from 3 during one season, which proves he could absolutely knock it down when it mattered.
Who got a bag in the league? You instantly go to like Kyrie, James Harden, but these is guys who need multiple moves to get cracking. Like Jordan didn't need multiple moves. He just right by you. 1 dribble pull up, fade away. You know, for that era, that was great.
Need proof? Go rewatch the Shrug game. 6 3-pointers in the first half of an NBA Finals game, setting a finals record at the time, then shrugging like he was bored. That shot was always in the bag. Jordan just didn't waste possessions showing it off. Every move was in his arsenal. He simply chose efficiency over circus tricks. And this is the part modern fans and players completely ignore when they talk about having a bag. Hand checking was legal in Jordan's era. Defenders could put their hands on you, guide your hips, ride you off your spot, especially above the free throw line. The league didn't strictly ban hand checking until the mid-2000s, and the impact was instant. Scoring jumped from 93.4 points per game to 97.2 almost overnight. Kenny Smith said it best. The hand check rule changed everything. Players today need massive dribble packages to beat zone defenses and create space without being touched. Jordan scored while a defender's hand was literally on his hip, steering him, bumping him, leaning on him. And on top of that, he took physical punishment that would get players tossed today. Still, he averaged over 30 points per game for his entire career. That level of physical basketball doesn't exist anymore, and today's players have never lived in that world. After the internet backlash exploded, Paul Pierce tried to walk things back. He went on Ticket and the Truth with Kevin Garnett to clean it up, but even the clarification missed the real point. Even in today's offense-friendly era, none of these so-called deep bag guys are averaging 30 points per game for their careers. None of them have 10 scoring titles. None of them average 33.4 in the playoffs. Kyrie Irving sits at 24.7 points per game for his career. James Harden, who Chandler Parsons claimed has a deeper bag than Jordan, racked up 28,000 points over a longer career and never won a title as the top guy. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is having an amazing season, no doubt. But one hot year does not erase 15 years of dominance. The word bag has become basketball's most abused term. It used to mean skill, tools, and counters. Now it just means how many pointless dribbles you can do before finally shooting the ball. Even LeBron James had to step in earlier this year and shut this whole thing down because the narrative was getting out of control. When players at that level start responding, you already know the conversation went off the rails.
Michael Jordan wasn't out there dribbling 1,000 times, to get to the spot. He'd get to a spot and raise. I see it all the time. It's like, I'll be on social media, like LeBron has no bag. It's like, I'm sitting over here with
What is that?
LeBron has no bag, and I'm sitting like at 50 billion points.
The guys who truly understand basketball all say the same thing. Efficiency beats style every time. Getting buckets matters more than looking cool while doing it. Real hoopers know the goal is points on the board, not applause from highlight clips. When Larry Bird watched Jordan drop 63 on the Celtics in the playoffs, his reaction wasn't about crossovers or flash. Bird famously said Jordan was God disguised as Michael Jordan and left it at that. No breakdowns, no critiques, just respect. When Magic Johnson saw Jordan run the league, he didn't talk about dribble packages either. Magic's words were simple and cold. There's Michael Jordan, and then there is the rest of us. That's how legends talk when they recognize true dominance. They all understood what made Jordan special. Flash didn't matter. Domination did. Results did. Winning did. So let's circle back to how this mess started. Paul Pierce said Jordan had a limited bag. Danny Green claimed Shai had more of a bag. Chandler Parsons argued James Harden has a deeper bag than Jordan. But the legends who were actually there, who felt that pressure, who guarded him in real games, had to step in and set the record straight. Gilbert Arenas said it best and ended the debate in one line. Jordan's bag was better than everyone else's in his era, and he could walk into any arena with 2 moves and still drop 40. That's the question nobody can answer. 32,292 career points with the highest scoring average ever. You cannot do that without a bag. 10 scoring titles with a so-called limited arsenal? Impossible. Averaging 33.4 points in the playoffs when every defense is built to stop you? That doesn't happen by accident. Jordan had every move in the book. More importantly, he had the intelligence and discipline to use only what worked. That efficiency is what made him untouchable. Today, fans confuse style with substance. They think dribbling for 15 seconds looks better than getting to your spot in 2 dribbles and rising up clean. But the numbers don't lie. 6 championships don't lie. The perfect finals record doesn't lie. And the legends who played against Jordan aren't lying either. Jordan's bag was never limited. His opponents were. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure you hit like, smash subscribe, and tap the bell so you don't miss what's coming next. We'll see you in the next one.